Okay, welcome back. We're now going to put everything together to finish up our fresh tortellini with mushroom cheese filling with a butter and sage sauce. Right now, my water is at a near boil. Okay, it's been salted already, enough salt added so the water itself tastes like the ocean. My pan is on medium-high heat. But first things first, okay, we're gonna go on ahead, start to cook the tortellini, and I expect this to take, I would say about maybe 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. Okay, again, egg pasta to cook quite quickly. Of course, we want to cook till it's tender, but there should be just a little bit of bite to it. Okay, I had kept these in the refrigerator to sort of have them set up. Okay, so while the tortellini are cooking, we'll definitely get started on the sauce. I'm going to start by adding about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, raise the heat up that on a little bit. I'm going to go and give little coats to my tortellini, move them around a little bit, and now what I'm going to do, okay, to my olive oil that's just about ready, I'm going to add some, about a clove of, or 2 cloves I should say, of sliced garlic. Okay, I just want to cook this till it starts to turn like a light golden color. And then, again, the idea is for the garlic just to flavor the oil, and then I'm going to remove it. Okay, cooked garlic has a lot of other uses. Put it on top of some bread, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, just delicious. Okay, but we're just using it to flavor the oil. Okay, taking a look at my tortellini. Okay, they're looking okay. I do smell that garlic aroma developing as we speak. Yeah, and again, I want to be careful not to, of course, brown the garlic too much. Just enough to extract some flavor into the oil. Now, one ingredient that I have not mentioned that will go into the sauce, and this is sort of a very commonly used ingredient in the world of Italian pasta, and that is the pasta water. Okay, this is really a very, very, very light sauce, and when we add some pasta water to this, along with the butter and later on the cheese, the starch in the pasta water is going to help bind the sauce. But as we speak, okay, I'm going to set my sauce to the side for the time being because I want to check on my, do you want to check on my pasta? Okay, let's see, let's take one specimen, okay, for a little quick taste test, if you excuse me, please. It is ready to go. We're going to fish them out. Let them stay in the bowl for a little while. And just to give an idea of how much these guys expand when they cook, okay, let me just give you a little view there. So they really puff up quite a bit. You know, that's really a function of the egg. Okay, let them hang out in there for a bit. They'll stay pretty warm. Let's pick up a couple of stragglers. There you go. Good to go. All right. So with that said and done, we'll put our base of the sauce back on the fire. So now I got this beautiful, beautiful pasta water that I'm going to put to work. But really, before I do that, I want to go on ahead. I got this nice fresh sage that I'm going to, again, thinly shred, or again, as the French would say, chiffonade. Okay, that goes right in for a brief moment, very quickly, because I don't want to burn the sage. I add about half a cup to the pot of water. Good idea to keep it off the fire. Okay, could splatter a bit. So one should, when you're adding this pot of water to the hot oil, pull the pan momentarily off the fire. Okay, let's get a little bit of sage in there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to let this reduce. We're going to let this reduce. Swirl it around. Yeah, let it reduce by about, I would say, just under half of its original volume. Okay, and while that is happening, I'm going to take some peas, and, okay, kind of a sign of spring. And again, traditional garnish for this dish. I'm going to reheat that, just warm it up a bit. And what we're going to do in another minute or so, okay, I'm going to add my pasta, add my butter. I'm going to just blend everything in, let that butter sort of meld in. I don't want the butter really to separate. That's why once the pasta and the butter is in, I'm going to go on ahead and lower the heat. Okay, can't raise this up any more than it is already. Okay, that's about where we want it. Okay, let me just show you it real quickly. All right, and then let's go pasta. Okay, let's lower it a touch. Okay, butter. Just let it kind of meld in. Gonna add a little touch more. There we go. Give it a little toss. I really smell that sage coming up. And again, sage is very strong, so you got to be mindful of how much you add. Okay, just a little salt, because I'm also going to be mindful of the cheese, which obviously the grated Parmesan cheese is going to have a measure of salt in it as well. Pepper, of course. Okay, and I see the sauce is coming together very nicely. And again, keep in mind that typically in the world of Italian pasta, we want to be very cognizant of the proportion of sauce to pasta. Okay, we don't want it drown in the sauce, and we don't want it to be dry either. Okay, another minute. Okay, and then we'll put the final ingredients, and we will be ready to go. So, although this, the making of the pasta itself is a bit of effort, okay, putting together the actual dish, okay, it's really quite straightforward. Okay, here we go. So, this is kind of what I'm looking for. I don't know if you could see. It's like a very, very, very light glaze, sort of like this. In fact, at this point, I could shut off my heat. All right, I'm gonna add my grated Parmesan. Give it a toss. And you have a nice buttery sauce. Give it a little stir. Okay, and just to kind of show you. All right, and it's time to plate up. It's that quick an operation. And nice to see that all the tortellini held. Ooh, and before I forget, okay, my peas give it a little touch of springtime. And you know, I would say about maybe for a typical first plate portion, okay, I would surmise we're looking at about maybe a dozen of tortellini. Okay, maybe one more for good measure. And maybe a touch of Parmigiana. A little chopped parsley. Give it a little white. And let me bring it closer to the camera so you can see a finished portion. Okay. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Okay, so this is fresh cheese tortellini, okay, with a sauce of fresh sage, butter, and cheese. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.